and start. Slimy or Falcone. So we left off with that book, remember? It was that one that showed you how to do the...
Right, the tricks.
Well, not the tricks, but the magician's room underneath the stage with...
Did you ever... Like, you played through this all, obviously, but did you phone the people and get the plans?
I didn't.
You're smart, Nancy Drew. You're wasting precious time. Stop.
I just keep walking, don't even care.
I can't believe you made me leave right before that happened.
Yeah, no, I never actually did call them. It just kept cutting out on me. But it did work out on the end, because you'll see... when it comes to that part, I'll explain. But I think it's one of those things where you can either get the item from them or you can find it somewhere else if you don't call them. Because, yeah.
Same sort of thing
happens.
Fair enough.
So this says, we received your letter inquiring about the whereabouts of Jacob Hughes. Unfortunately, Jake died 6 months ago. He had been ill with emphysema, something like that, for some time, but you'll be glad to know that he enjoyed his cigarettes to the end and died peacefully in his sleep. We regret that we were unable to contact you at the time of his death, but we had no idea that Jake had a brother. He never mentioned any family, and our research didn't turn up any leads. Your brother was cremated according to his last wishes, and no rent was due in his room. So,
the heck?
Yeah, he basically, he told us that he was moving to some little town with his brother to open a movie theater.
Yeah.
But it turns out his brother's been dead for quite a few years. So.
The heck? Did he just look into that, or did he know
that? I don't know. It never really explains it too well. And this is just me punching in the codes. I guess we can kind of explain what happened here. The video recorder we were using, it was just a free trial. And Mike had to leave for a day. So in order to finish this while the trial was still going on, I just played through it and recorded the video.
Well, that's what we found, isn't it? Okay.
Mm-hmm. And right now we're just watching it and reacting to it. Mike hasn't seen any of this before, so it should be decent.
This must be where the threat came from.
What are you talking about?
You rotten kidnapper.
He just broadcasts that to the theater.
Yeah, she's
like,
just anyone
what?
else in there.
Simone's like, what? We really have nothing else to do? Nice.
Rocking out to some tunes.
Some tunes?
Hey, you turn that back on.
So anyway, yeah, I just lowered those cages to the stage. You'll see in a second, and
now you can probably get to that
set
room,
that up.
can't you?
So yeah, now I'm gonna head down to the magician's room. What that book told us in Brady's dressing room.
Oh yeah. Is there anyone else in here? What time is it?
I don't know. I never checked. There's no time in this game. It's just simply day 1, day 2, day 3. Mm-hmm. People just kind of show up according to like what you found or where you're at in the game. They don't really have like a time schedule like the other games. They just show up depending on what you found out.
Oh.
Whether or not it's convenience basically. So yeah, now we're going underground in the basement. So you can see her feet in the corner there. So that's where she is right now. The kidnapper's been keeping her under the stage in the magician's room.
Well then.
This isn't the end of the game. It doesn't end that quick.
These pieces won't budge.
So the pieces are stuck, so I couldn't get in there. And then I take the most unsafe elevator pretty much ever. It's literally just 2 feet that like you get strapped onto it. Someone would fall off and crack their face on the...
That's pretty...
And it's a nice like 10-foot drop too, so...
That's nice and sketchy.
Nice.
Help! Is anybody out there?
Who's there?
The kidnapper.
Who's there? Who's under the stage?
Who there?
It's Nancy.
It's the demons.
For goodness sakes. What are you doing down there? This chair seems to be stuck. Hold on, I'm greasing the wheels here.
Where'd you get the grease? You just have it on you?
I guess he's just got an oil can.
I found a secret room.
Or no,
under
it's
the
a
stage.
WD-40.
I've gotta check
Oh,
it
there you
out.
go.
Magician's room. I swear, Nancy, as long as I've worked here, I've never been able to find my way in there.
Where is he exactly? Where does this lead?
Chair in the theater. It's one of the...
Here.
Oh dear God!
Too close.
Get out of my face, Joseph. No, it's like a chair in the theater. It's how they do a trick. Like the magician sits in the cages and there's mirrors around it so they can't see that there's a stairway there. And then he comes down in here and he takes this elevator up and it leads to a chair that he flips into in the audience.
But it's like a pretty loud
You would think that someone would hear it, but I don't know. It's kind of a cool trick, but...
It is. It's like, son of a bitch. He, like, falls off. People sitting in the crowd.
So here you're trying to get the...
Yeah.
They just hear, a loud thump under the stage because the magician fell off.
Hear him swear.
So, damn. This is just, you have to get the rabbit to the other end of the thing.
There was an iPod game like that called Unblock Me.
I think I have it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's gone. By the time we got in here, the kidnapper moved her.
It's her shoe.
She was just here.
Eating pizza.
When you know who the culprit is, the timing, I don't know. It's pretty ridiculous.
Questionable.
I won't explain more because it might give it away, but yeah, the timing of this whole thing is a little questionable. This just basically tells you how to use the flash paper of this book.
Oh.
If you didn't know already.
I think I need to pick up some flash paper.
You already got some.
I know, but
That's
in
what
real
you
life.
won from... My uncle has some. There's a little thing that sets it off and ignites it. It's kind of cool.
You just use it in any situation.
Yeah, just use it to impress people at parties.
Exactly.
That's what it's for.
That's what Barney from How I Met Your Mother uses to pick up women at the bar.
Does he?
Yeah.
It's flash paper.
He does magic tricks with flash paper.
There's just good old guillotine sitting in the corner.
I got a disgusting mustache. Whose head would fit in there? Like a chicken?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that just for chicken?
I think maybe the block adjusts for someone's neck, but even a
chicken.
small child wouldn't be able to.
That's how they kill chickens.
Here, I take some rubber gloves. You'll find out what those
Rubber
are
is
for very
shockproof.
quickly. She makes that offhand comment, even though she has no idea what's coming up.
Science.
Rubber. This no music is getting kind of eerie. So
There you
this
go.
leads into the basement, and from now on you can get into that room using that door. So you don't have to do the
Hey,
whole...
he's fixed.
No, he's not.
Oh.
It's just he's in the dark. This is hilarious. I forgot to put on the rubber gloves and just electrocute the hell out of her.
The gate is electrified.
I was like, whoops. Because that's what they were for, and I completely forgot. This is just another one of those repeat ones, right? Where you
Hit the
have
code.
to click and stuff.
That was like the most stock scream ever.
Yeah, that was actually for this game. That's actually I wasn't expecting a scream that realistic. That's something you hear in a horror movie, not a freaking. Yeah. It's kind of jarring, actually. This puzzle was so fucking frustrating. You'll see in a minute. Because I back away from it 3 times on accident, and then the entire combination resets itself.
Oh.
And I was getting so pissed. See? I was like, fuck. And then I was like, no, because it reset all the numbers. And I was like, son of a bitch.
I like how you just hit one after a bunch of times.
Yeah, I was like, no way. It happens multiple times. Because those bottom 3 numbers are so close to the back arrow.
I bet you it's always 8.
Y'all get really tired of that sound.
God. I can see the frustration in your voice.
You can just see me going nuts on these buttons.
Oh, look at this guessing.
Oh, is I getting pissed?
You forgot halfway through.
Yeah. You can just like almost feel the anger building from in this video. Thank God.
Oh, lucky. Lucky guesses. Then you back away.
Yeah. No, so that was basically just a trap that the kidnapper used to slow you down, so that they could get away with Maya. Oh no, and then there's this douchebag just wandering backstage.
I think the
like, what are you doing back here, Brady? Do you got any purpose being here?
Have you seen anything
Right to
suspicious
the women's
around
change
here?
room.
Wow, are you sure?
The women's changing room to see Simone.
Oh, is this
Hopefully in a
the women's?
compromising
Prove that
position.
Maya's being held in this
The
building.
women's.
Wow.
I like how
Evidence.
your oil thing is just an exclamation mark.
Yeah.
I've gotta get
That's a
a
pretty
hold of
vague
Sergeant
warning
Ramsey.
sign.
It's just oil. What's it gonna do? Spray it
I
in
don't know.
someone's face?
It's an exclamation mark. It could be bug spray for all I know.
How's progress? I know you sent
Obviously
the
you
funeral
care.
wreath.
This is
Now,
when I
where's
accuse her
Maya?
of sending the funeral.
I don't know what
wreath.
you're talking about, Sugar. Listen, the pressure must really be getting to you. I know a top-notch aromatherapist in town, okay? I'll give you her number.
Oh, she's a pretty
I'm not
bitch.
stressed out.
Pretty
I
big
live
bitch.
it.
Steal her
I went
water.
through your stuff and I know what you did. You broke into my personal property? I could have you arrested for that.
They have like a battle
It's
of
just
wits here.
business, Simone. You do what
A
agents
war of
do.
wits.
I
I'm
do what
gonna sue you
detectives
for
do.
this and that.
I'm sure you can appreciate that.
You can appreciate that, right, Simone?
All
It's like a
right.
shakedown.
I sent the stupid wreath, but I'm no kidnapper. I needed something for the cameras, didn't I?
No.
And it was a very tasteful arrangement. Should have been for $300. Perhaps I went a little overboard. Someone should sentence you to 50 years of humanity service, whether you're a
Humanity
kidnapper or
service.
not.
Yeah. And then
then
I just back away with that final thought.
Don't even
What's
give her a
the
chance
status?
to respond.
Brady seems
And then after that,
uncomfortable
what's
with
the
some
status?
Of your,
Yeah.
tactics. Oh, he's just whining because I made him chop off his ponytail.
Ugh.
I don't know what's gotten into him with this free will thing. I told him, you can't even dress yourself, kid, but if you want your
He's getting into
blockbuster
it with
career to
Falcone.
crash and burn, go ahead, manage
He
yourself.
does later
I
on
think
in the
your
game.
phone's about
Does he?
to ring.
Yeah.
Love ya.
He yells at you for getting involved with Falcone. He's like, wow, you're hanging out with Nick Falcone. And Nancy's like, I trust him as much as I trust you. He's like, you're a bitch.
Those are his words
They-
exactly.
No, but
That'd be awesome.
it would be. They just don't like each other.
Why not?
Never really explained. He just
How are you
doesn't
holding
like
up?
him. Because he's
How
slimy.
do you keep up with all of your fans, Brady? A big star like you must get hundreds
Why is this
of emails.
relevant to the case?
I don't know.
Also, we already know for a
Try
fact that
thousands.
Simone is the one
All my
sending
email
them.
goes through Simone. She reads it, she writes back. Control issues, you know?
Control.
The record,
Crowd
any
control.
message that says love Brady is just a big electronic smooch from her.
What a
Do you
penis.
mind if I
Electronic
take a look
smooch?
around in here?
Be my guest.
God damn.
What's-
I'm
Shorts
asking
from
everyone. Where
why
were
did we
you
need
when
to
the
ask that?
kidnapping happened?
Me? You think I kidnapped Maya and then breezed in here just 4 minutes later? Where would I hide her? In my back pocket?
Ooh.
up your ass.
Just answer the question, Prince Charmstrong.
Charmstrong?
He's like, what? Really? You
I
use
picked that up
that?
from Nicholas. Now please
He's in
proceed.
disbelief of how
I-
bad that was.
Well, I was late getting back from a haircut.
That's even cheesy for these
This is hard
characters.
for me. I think my hairline might be receding.
Oh dear God.
Oh, no.
Miserable.
I feel you, Brady. I
Simone's
feel
gonna
you.
go
I got
through
the
the
same
roof.
problem.
Talk to you later, Brady.
Bye.
Why did he have a ponytail with a receding hairline? That's just disgusting. He was gonna look like Paul Heyman in no time.
Be just as
With
slimy too.
movie star good looks of Paul Heyman.
Except he's not like 200 pounds overweight.
Give him time.
Give him time.
Give
yeah.
him time.
His looks just disintegrate in the next.
Once
few
you're
years.
bald with a ponytail, that's pretty much the only direction you can go. It's only downhill.
Oh dear God. Where am I going here? Am I talking to Joseph? Yeah, I think so.
Spray him in the face with some oil.
Here's your oil back, you son of a bitch.
Just
Hi,
completely
Nancy.
for no
What
reason.
happened?
The kidnapper's been holding
You
Maya
didn't
in that
find Maya,
magician's
though.
room under the stage.
Yeah, but we
You
knew
found
she
her?
was there.
Oh, that's great. Where is she now?
By the time I got through that
It's like,
door,
well, if we
the
knew
room
that,
was
I wouldn't be
empty.
here talking
Yeah.
to
You
you.
sure you didn't just imagine you saw her?
Damn it, Joseph,
I'm
not
sure
you too.
she was there, and now she's gone. Don't tell me you think I'm crazy too.
But what do you mean gone? She left?
Yep.
He just walked up and
Something
left
tells me
because
she had
Nancy's
some
a really bad
assistance.
person.
Kidnapper must have moved her.
Maya's like, I don't want to be saved by you.
Yeah, she's
I
like,
found a couple
the
of
whole
pizza
kidnapping was
boxes
just
down there,
staged
so
by Maya
at
to
least
get
I
away
know
from
he's
Nancy
here.
for a couple days.
Just sat in the basement and ate pizza.
Evidence. That should interest the police. Have you called them?
I haven't called yet.
You've got
It's
to
like,
call
what are you
them,
doing?
I haven't called
might
yet.
really be
I'm
able to
here
help.
talking to you. I thought you should be the
Yeah,
first
you should
to know.
know first before I alert the authorities.
He's just like, what the hell's wrong with you? Go alert the authorities.
One of my best friends has been kidnapped, but no, the old taker needs to know. I take my sweet time calling the police too. I talk to everyone else first.
Nick,
Did you call? What's the story?
I got a call.
Sure did.
Go on, spill it.
She didn't know much, but she gave me the
This is
number
me
of this
telling
guy in the
him
Library
about
of
that
Congress
call
who has
with
access to
Houdini's
the archives
cousin.
of Houdini's letters.
And what did they say?
Sherman Trout.
Sherman Trout is on our side. Keep your eyes peeled for a special
All of a sudden, this
delivery.
has become the Nick
Way to go,
Falcone game.
Nancy. You're on fire.
Catch you later.
Fire.
Fight the power.
Yeah, fight the power. Every time he says it, I'm like, yeah.
She's on fire.
It's just the greatest line ever uttered.
Fight the power.
Could you imagine if someone actually said that to you in a real conversation? Just ended with fight the power?
That would end the conversation pretty quickly.
It would end the... Just fight the power and then walk away with like
Don't even
nothing
give him a
happened.
chance, yeah.
I think I try and call the ABC people like 3 times throughout this part of the playthrough, but it doesn't work at any time, so I just gave up. I think what you have to do is call them on the first day because they send you a package. And so I think if you don't call them on the first day, it's too late for them to send you
Garbage.
anything technically. So yeah.
You messed up.
Yeah, I messed up bad. Oh, no, I'm calling the ABC people. I'm not calling any of my
okay.
friends.
And then nothing.
Yeah, it's the same thing happens. They pick up for a second and then they just...
Ignore
nothing,
call.
Yeah.
Ignore.
Someone on the other end just really didn't like me, I guess. Nancy Drew.
Where's that coming
no,
from?
No, thank you.
The theater. No. Can't have that.
No, thank you. I think this is me trying to call the police. And then their actual phone number doesn't work, so I just called 911.
Yeah. That's the way to go. Just 911 it.
It's like, your call cannot be completed as dialed. Oh, thank God there's not an emergency happening.
We're sorry. Your call cannot.
I was like, what?
There you go. Saves about 10 minutes.
Bastards. I thought that would lead me directly to, like, Sergeant Ramsey, but it didn't.
No?
St. Louis Police
Well, that's why I was calling
Missing
the
persons
major
unit,
number.
please.
Oh, yeah.
The big number, because I thought that I wouldn't have to go through this shit, but...
Sergeant Ramsey, it's Nancy Drew.
Hi, Miss Drew.
Hi.
He's like,
You sound so disappointed,
this person
yeah.
again.
case is closed.
God damn it.
I found her, and then she
Because of your
disappeared
face,
again.
the case never opened.
Grief. This girl's a regular Houdini. All right. What have you got for
I can just see
I
him
found
there,
a
like,
secret
being
room
like,
under
God,
the
I don't
stage.
want to do work
I saw
today.
Maya through a peephole, but by the time I got into the room, she was gone. The kidnapper must have moved her.
A peephole, huh? Are you sure you saw her?
Peephole.
Sir,
peephole.
there's
Like the ones I
evidence.
used to drill
Pizza
into the girls'
boxes and one
bathroom
of
in
my
high school.
shoes. I left everything where it
Peephole.
was so you
Peephole.
could see for yourself.
He strikes me as someone who'd be really
So
creepy.
you think the kidnapper's been using this
We don't know what he
secret room as a
looks
base
like.
camp? Well, this is very interesting, Miss Drew.
This is very
It sounds like
interesting
you've been
news.
conducting quite a search.
I think you
Now,
should
will
finish this
please
case on
send
your
someone
own so
over
I don't
to
have to get out.
investigate?
I really don't want to get up from this
Bear
chair.
with me
So.
while I try
Yep.
to find an
Of course I
available
will. Who
guard.
said I wouldn't?
Help is on the way, Miss Drew.
Great. Bye.
And help never arrives.
And then I just called my friends to let them in on everything.
And fill him in.
Fill them in on what had been going on.
You weren't wearing the rubber gloves.
No,
Could have been electrocuted.
I should have by the phone.
Hello?
Hi, Ned.
Ned, what the
Hey,
hell's
Nancy.
wrong with you?
Any sparks of genius lately?
Oh, there are
Oh,
some
God.
sparks, alright.
I almost got electrocuted by a
You
booby
did
trap
get
gate.
electrocuted. You
And
just
So
don't...
I
was
died
no
earlier.
accident.
Sounds like you've had
You
a
have
rough
unlimited
day.
lives.
What happened?
It's a long
Wouldn't that be
story.
great if you could have that in
Basically,
real
I
life?
found a secret
Just
room
die
under
and
the
then get a
stage where
second
the
chance.
kidnapper has been keeping Maya.
That's
Ned, I
great.
died
I thought
earlier.
so
Thank
too,
God I had a
until
second
she
chance.
disappeared
Yeah,
again.
Say what?
I was minutes away from rescuing her, but the kidnapper grabbed her and moved her. The booby-trapped gate must have been aimed at slowing me down.
Well, I'm glad you're okay. What now?
I'm working on that.
I'm glad you're okay. I really don't care about your
I confronted
safety.
Simone about the receipt for the funeral wreath.
He doesn't
and
tell
she
her to
claimed
like
she just
stop
needed
or
something
anything
for a
like
photo
that. He's
shoot.
like,
Keep
you
going.
know, I'm
You
glad
buy
you're
that?
okay.
That's a tough one.
Keep
Clearly they
risking
wanted to
yourself
kill
in
you,
life-threatening
Everything
situations.
is a photo shoot. Her excuse sounds just twisted enough to be true.
But on the other hand,
She's
you know
a
me
penis.
too well, Nancy Drew. On the other hand, Simone's mind is just too devious and much too selfish to be believed.
Good for you, Ned. Regular psychology
I'm trying
major
to
there.
decide what to do
He's
next.
put on his thinking
Any
cap now.
thoughts?
Maybe you should check in with Joseph.
Bye, Ned.
Talk to
God damn
Joseph.
it, we just
Let
checked in
him
with
hear
Joseph.
your problems for once.
It's like, you know, I thought the same thing. So he was the first one I talked to.
Oh, dear God.
Ned, that's common sense. Of course I'd go to Joseph first.
Come on, Ned.
Hello, it's me again.
Hi, Nancy. I've got George here, too. Beth filled me
Of
in,
course.
Nancy.
Of course she's
Any
got George.
developments?
I'm just searching the theater, questioning suspects.
And?
Dear
Ugh.
God. Stop doing
Oh,
that.
God.
I asked Joseph
Well,
where
I
he
think
would
it's
go
time
after
to
the
return
theater
this
is
text that
demolished.
I received 4
He was
hours
willing
ago.
to Arizona to start a
Could've been
movie
me.
theater with his brother.
A fresh start. Good for him.
Good for him.
Yeah, except that I found a letter that says his brother has been dead for years.
Why would he lie? What do you think
Because he's
hiding?
old and can't
Give the
remember.
guy a break. Maybe he just wants to hide the fact that his life is going to be empty without that theater to look after.
When I
Empty.
spoke to the police
won't
about
have
Empty,
Ryan's
you
last
say?
pass, they said that Nicholas is known for using extreme tactics, and that he might even have been involved in a staged
You're damn
kidnapping
right.
last year in Nashville.
You don't think
Extreme
Maya could be mixed
tactics
up
like an
with him
electric
somehow,
gate.
Do you? No way. Maya expresses her politics by writing about them. You know, the pen is mightier than the sword.
No.
She and Nicholas Falcone don't even speak the same language.
At least Nicholas
Think you're right,
Falcone
George.
actually does some
Sergeant
shit.
Ramsey
Speaks of
said I
fighting
wouldn't have
power.
any
Instead of
credit
just
with the
interviewing
police if I
Brady
joined forces
Armstrong.
with Nicholas.
Who said anything about joining forces? After all, he's still a prime suspect. But that doesn't mean he's not a valuable source of information when it comes to the theater. She's right, Nancy. As long as he continues to
She's
shoot
right.
out his mouth, you want to be around to take notes.
Brady
Hang
said
up on
Simone
them.
wants him to appear wholesomely smoldering to his public. What in the world do you think that means?
There's like 18 different things to talk
Oh,
to them
yeah.
about.
Well,
I haven't
wholesome
called them
makes
in a
me
while.
think of
So yeah, so they're
apple
tearing this
pie
down tomorrow,
and
but I'll just spend the
disorder,
next 3 hours
according to
filling in my
trusty
friends.
Dictionary, is to burn slowly from the inside without flame. So he's a sweetie pie on the outside, but too hot to touch.
God damn it.
Oh, did you have to bring this up with Bess here, Nancy?
It seems like
I
the
agree
two
with
things don't
George.
go together.
Did you have
One
to
is
bring it up
safe,
at all?
The other is dangerous.
What's the
real
point? Who cares what wholesomely smoldering means?
He doesn't know whether he's a good guy or a bad guy. Which is exactly why he can't be trusted.
That's exactly
Now
why
they
this
just-
conversation was pointless. Let's
I met
move
Nicholas
on.
Falcone,
Now
the
just
leader
spitting
of Haddock.
cliches at us.
His organization is camped out in front of the theater, demonstrating against the demolition.
What's the deal with had it?
Nicholas says he's sworn to slay the dragon of corporate Generica.
All in
I wouldn't
favor of
exactly
men who
quote
slay
Nicholas
dragons.
Falcone.
AI. Honestly, Bess, what are we going to do with you?
I can think of several things, but none of them
What in the world
appropriate
is
for this Let's Play.
Generica?
I think it's a term for what this country would be like if suddenly it all looked the same.
Oh.
Drive her to some street in the
If
middle
it
of
became
nowhere, leave her
generic,
there.
That'd be
like a bar
nice.
of
Save everyone
soap
some pain.
that's just
Generic
called
like a bar of soap.
soap.
Right. Haddock believes
You've got
that
it,
protecting
George.
historical buildings is
Did you
key
hear
to
that
preserving our
line
national
read too?
character.
She's like a bar of soap.
Yeah, except
That
it
just
practically
says
jumped for joy when
soap.
they told him
It's
to
like-
Like she was
kidnap
actually
his daughters to
really
save the
contemplating
theater.
it.
Uh-oh.
She's deep.
Sounds
The
like you better
person
keep an eye
who
on
read
him,
that was like, really? This is what I have to say?
Yeah.
Soap?
The first time she
Nicholas
looked
told
at it
me
on the
his
paper
grandmother
and she
did a
was
lot
like
of the
all
artwork
confused.
inside the
Soap?
theater, but that
How do I
J.J.
read
Thompson,
this?
the original owner, never paid her or even gave her credit for it.
What a bastard.
That's terrible. I can see why he's so dedicated
Thanks,
to
Bess.
saving the theater
Thanks for
then.
the input.
Yeah, I'd like to
That's
learn
all she
more
does
about
is
this
like
J.J. Thompson.
exclaims
Maybe
at
you
things.
can help
Oh
us
no,
with
that's
Grandma's
terrible.
credit.
No
I
way.
told him I'd keep my eye out for anything that would prove her connection
Is she
to
even
this
paying
place.
I
attention?
wonder if JJ left any of
Probably
his
not.
personal effects behind.
If he did, I'm sure they're
J.J.
gone now.
Abrams?
His kids must have cleared the place out when they remodeled in 1956, a few years after he died. That's when it became a movie theater.
Yay.
There we go, Nancy. If there's one thing your detective work proves every time, it's
I found the
old
corpse of
buildings
J.J.
are the keepers of
Thompson. The
old
case is
secrets.
solved.
Let's just hope this building lives long enough to tell.
No, it won't.
I came across this old book that
Why
explains
does this-
how to do
who
a bunch of
cares?
magic tricks.
This is just interest's sake.
They're like, really?
Cool.
Isn't that cool?
Like pulling a rabbit out of a hat? Like sawing my cousin Beth in half?
Good
Nothing
idea.
quite that sensational, ladies.
Pulling a rabbit
But
out
I
of
did
my
learn how to
ass?
use a pencil to reveal a secret message.
Whoa.
Could come in handy. How does it work?
Listen to her
Well, if
explanation
someone
on
writes
this.
something, let's say it's a secret code, on a piece of paper,
Oh, yeah.
and they press hard with a pen, it will make an impression on a blank piece of paper
what?
underneath.
That's so cool.
Then the magician applies a pencil to the seemingly blank piece of paper. With careful shading, the pencil will reveal the
Like, is that a
shapes of the
magic
numbers
trick or
or
just
letters
like
in the
common
code.
I
knowledge?
think it's common
Presto!
knowledge.
Do you see?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I can
we
only
just did it.
imagine what would
Amazing.
happen if we applied
That's
the
pretty
pencil to
cool.
graphs. Just think of all the secret codes that
Like
would be
doing like
revealed.
this over the phone. It's like, she's
Doc,
crazy.
Rick, Brady.
The
Oh,
hell?
George, I'm not as
Jacques.
impressionable as you think.
Jacques Brunet. Jacques Straps.
I received another threat. This time the kidnapper addressed me by name.
Holy shit.
Another phone call? What was the threat?
Wasn't a phone call.
This one came
Yeah.
over the PA. Apparently,
Come on,
searching
Bess,
for
get
Maya
with it.
is a waste
This one
of
came
time,
over
and
the
I should
email,
focus
the World
on
Wide
stopping
Web.
the demolition. or else-
I saw it on his blog.
I checked my phone and it said, stop.
Obviously, they haven't figured out the
Stop
first
searching,
thing
Nance.
about who they're dealing with. I just wish I could see the look on the kidnapper's face when you crack this case wide open.
With a bat.
Or get electrocuted again.
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Watch out for weird people.
I just hung up on two of them. Usually when two people say watch out for weird people in unison, then you
You
can't
get
really,
off.
yeah.
What am I doing here?
Checking out that highlighter.
I think I'm just looking around. Here, I'm going to go talk to Joseph to end day 2.
Do what Ned said.
Yeah, I'm going to question him about shit.
His dead
Did you
brother.
call? What
Did
did
you-
they say?
What did you call?
Yeah, they said they'll come check it out, but they may not
Did
be
ya?
able to
One
get
word.
here.
Is he an
for a while.
albino?
I'll
Like,
wait up
I've
for
really
the police.
wondered that.
You get some rest.
His
You're gonna
eyes
need
are
it for
like
tomorrow.
pale almost.
Maybe
They're
you
almost
should check the
white. He's
magician's secret room.
completely pasty. And his hair is
strange guy.
like white. Like, he really looks like an albino. It wouldn't even surprise me if he was.
He's what's his face's dad. They have the same facial features.
Who?
Of blankness. That actor.
Rick Arlen?
No, not Rick Arlen. Although his facial expression is pretty blank too.
Brady Armstrong?
Brady Armstrong.
So St. Louis Police Department received a call yesterday, $50,000 for the return of Maya and Wem. Studying development marks the first significant lead in mysterious case. Have been reluctant to label it a disappearance. The call came at 4:36 yesterday afternoon. Due to a voice distortion device, the police are unable to determine whether the caller was male or female, but they were able to trace the call to a payphone in Granite City.
What the heck?
According to earlier rumors, the alleged kidnapping, yada yada yada. So
Yak be
basically,
nimble.
so some guy called from Granite City. What did you say?
What the hell kind of movie is Yak Be Nimble?
Yeah. Oh, there's a poster for that in the theater.
Jesus.
So it says, Nancy, please see me, Joseph Hughes.
Yak Be
So yeah,
Nimble.
some guy just called in from Granite City and like put down a $50,000 ransom.
Strange.
So now the police don't think she's still in the theater. This is me trying to call the ABC people again and failing.
Those bastards, they probably went out of business because they never answered their phones.
Their phone's just dead. They haven't been able to pay their bills.
What do they even do anyway?
I'm like, fuck.
Blueprints?
Yeah.
Nobody needs blueprints anymore. Now there's the internet.
I can go talk to Joe again. You talk to him a lot in this game. He's like your mentor.
Oh, there he is. Yak Be Nimble.
Yeah. There's some weird movies. There's one movie just called like
Can you
Neo.
believe this
I
ransom demand
remember
coming
Neo.
out of thin air?
The sequel to
Think
The
it's
Matrix.
real?
Apparently, the call came from north of here, a town called Granite City.
North here.
Personally, I think it's a hoax. But now the police are convinced that Maya's not in this building.
Apparently not.
They're convinced of
What
it.
about the evidence I found?
What about the
Are you
evidence?
sure the pizza boxes were in that magician's room? Because the police couldn't find anything.
Fuck.
Were the police in there?
Sure, the police
What do you
didn't eat the
mean
rest
they
of
couldn't
it.
find anything?
Did they even show up at
They
the theater?
searched the whole building.
I'm skeptical. They probably would have found something.
How could they miss 2 big pizza boxes with leftover pizza inside?
Oh, they didn't
What
miss
about
him.
Maya's shoe?
They found
No
it.
trace of that either.
No trace of that.
That
either.
is so
Without the evidence,
discouraging.
that corner of the room
This
has
is just
obviously
so
been lived in
discouraging.
recently.
Follow your
Just,
gut, Nancy.
get all in a
If you
huff.
think Maya's still here, you keep looking for her, you hear?
I will, Joseph.
Help me out, Joseph.
I
You
got
know this
another
place.
threat from the kidnapper. That creepy voice came on the PA and told me to stop searching for Maya.
The projection room?
It's like, Nancy,
Who?
could you please stop
Someone must have
searching for
ducked out of
Maya?
the press conference.
I'd really
I was
appreciate
so
it if
busy
you
with
did.
cracking
Thanks.
Really
Just all
appreciate it if you shut
polite
up
and
and
stuff.
Joseph, I did some checking. You don't really have any family in Greasewood, do you?
Greasewood.
Greasewood.
Now, what you want to go digging into an old man's life for, Nancy?
Sorry, Joseph.
He's dead. I don't know if you knew
Everyone's
this, but
a
he's
suspect,
dead.
Joseph. You
What?
know
He
that.
died?
If you have nowhere to go after the theater comes down, then maybe
I know
you're the
about your brother,
kidnapper
Joseph.
desperado.
Oh, what about him?
It's not
He's
so
dead.
far-fetched, is it?
Just break
When
it.
did this happen?
Break it.
Now.
Just gets
I
like
am going
completely
to Greasewood, and
depressed.
I'm not desperate. I made up the part about my brother so you wouldn't feel sorry for me. You've got enough to worry about, don't you?
Don't you?
It's
Nah,
only a
look.
matter of hours until the demolition. How are you holding up, Joseph?
Well, his upper
Oh,
lip.
fine. Everything's great. Fine.
Fine,
I was up
fine.
till the wee hours polishing up the lobby. Heck, I'm even fixing to repair the old key maker so you can give it a whirl. Guess old habits die hard, eh?
It's kind of sad.
Kind of sad.
Gotta go now.
Bye.
He's been there for like 30 years, and he's like, he has
He's
he
still
has
cleaning
no
it,
idea
it's
what he's
getting
gonna do
demolished.
after this. He's like, dear God. And then there's like a Jaws ripoff too.
He'll be polishing the rubble. Well, what's Yak Be Nimble a thing of?
I don't know.
There's Neo.
Neo.
With some like
Some
weird
weird
antichrist
movies.
in the background.
This is our good friend Nicholas Falcone decorating Vanishing
Excellent.
Destiny. I love money on his shoulder. That's pretty impressive. There's the key maker, but it's still out of service because Joseph hasn't gotten around to
Come
it.
on, Joseph. What do you do around here?
What a prick. Nice butt.
Hola.
Catch you later.
I like the creativity of that
side.
French mustache and glasses combo.
Yep.
Very original.
I think I'm gonna head to Brady. I'm heading to Brady's room right here.